We have guests. Hey y'all, it's Delaney.
And it's Katie. And this is, what is this called?
Put me on.
Put me on. Okay, I like that. That was nice.
Okay, so like we said in the trailer, we're going around and talking to people who are not in the world of classical music and trying to see if we can put them on to some classical pieces.
And hopefully we're successful because
Right.
you know and we know that classical music slaps, so we just got to get more people on board.
Yeah.
It slaps, period.
All right.
Let me know. Put me on.
Alright, so we're here with our first guest, Danielle, who also happens to be my older sister.
I'm not older by that much.
Okay. She's 37. No, I'm just kidding.
Black don't crack. Alright. 64. 64 where? Alright.
Yeah, so Danielle, you want to tell the people like who you are, what you're about?
My name is Danielle. I'm 24. Oh my god, I'm 24.
Okay. Katie's older.
Right. That kind of
You
feel AARP spirit. But anyway, I was 24. What else do I tell them about me? I'm not in the world of classical music. And yeah. That's how you want to say? Okay, that's fine. We keep it discreet here.
Right. All right, so we're going to start off with a couple of questions to ask you just to get a feel of like where you're at.
Okay.
Musically. Okay, so what type of music do you normally listen to?
Okay, so I have two moods when it comes to music, either ratchet or R&B. Okay. And I don't really listen to anything else. Like, I listen to like Blueface, of course. Like, he's my number one.
Blueface Baby?
Blueface Baby.
And you talk about Hondo? You can't cover our stuff. You listen to Blueface. Where's the beat? Can't find it.
I listen to Blueface. I listen to a lot of LA rappers like Joe Moses. I listen to YG. But most of the stuff that I listen to is like Eric Bellinger, Beyonce, of course. Who else? Trey Songz, Party Next Door, Drake. You know, I like to vibe. I like, R&B music.
Okay, so just from me, do you listen to The Baby?
Not really. I mean, I like his stuff.
The video is over. You listen to Blueface Baby? You listen to The Baby? The Baby is the best rapper alive.
I mean, okay. I like him, but I have never turned anything of his on. But I like what I have heard from him, yeah.
Even The Baby.
I'm sorry.
Even me, who like I don't really listen to recent music, but I could listen to The Baby.
The Baby's
no, I like his stuff.
Yeah.
I just haven't. Oh, I like Meg Thee Stallion too.
Yeah,
I like Kehlani. I love Kehlani. Kehlani slaps. But yeah, that's really it. Like, I listen to the same music.
So how did you get into that groove of listening to that music? Because are your taste in music similar to your mom? Like, how did you?
I mean, my mom, I feel like she only really listened to R&B and gospel. So yeah, that just kind of like, I don't remember her ever listening to no rap song. Yeah. Unless it was like old school rap. That doesn't even count. Like, what is that?
So how do you think that came along? Because like for me, like my mom listens to gospel only. I mean, there might have been like a little bit of blues in the background, a little bit of jazz, but it was like exclusively gospel. And then I don't know what happened. Like,
I mean, people just like what they like. So it just, when you hang around your friends or you hang around people and then they're playing something, you're like, oh, I'm kind of feeling that. That's kind of where like my taste came more so from like me being around my friends versus like my mom, because my mom was never listening to anything that was like new. She was always listening to like old school stuff. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that definitely is the same for me because you're like I listen to a lot of olds. Okay. Wow. Okay, go ahead. No, I mean like I listen to a lot of old school stuff, but like I'm the same. I have my ratchet side, my R&B side, but then I got a third side.
Right, we got a third.
And sometimes
so y'all are trying to awaken my third side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean sometimes my ratchet side and my gospel side the same side.
That's very
honest.
Stop be slapping. See, don't worry, we gonna get there.
Slapping, like, slapping is a strong word. Like,
are you kidding? There's some stuff that
slapping, like.
Okay, but there's some parts of music, like, okay, so if you want to look for a part of music, like sometimes classical music slaps from the beginning. Like, it could be like this is lit. Like, what's that? I don't like Prokofiev, but I will give him that.
I doubt it sounds like that though. Like y'all are adding extra bass.
It slaps.
And I don't even like Prokofiev. So it's like stuff like that. A lot of times, like there's something in a lot of music called development, where it's like the music will go somewhere and then it gets to the development and it starts taking like little parts of what we already heard and like mixing it around and putting it in different places, and that junk can go sometimes. Like, because it's like it's so much going on. You be like, you hear the underbeat, you be like, well, hold on,
yeah,
Mozart, what you do? You know, it's like you want something.
Yeah, like sometimes we get hype. Like Mahler 2, that wasn't one of my picks for you. But Mahler 2, like, I was ready to go to war when that symphony. Like, when it's the build-up. The build-up is for so long that it's when it's finally, like, all the brass comes and it's like,
right.
Listen, I'd be like, so who are we fighting?
Right, like, what time is it? Okay, so have you seen any of your favorite, like, musicians in concert, like your favorite artists in concert?
Yeah.
Who you seen?
I've seen Beyonce. I've seen a lot of people in concert. I've seen Alicia Keys in concert. I just saw YG, Quavo, Lil Baby.
Oh, I love Lil Baby.
Yeah. Who else? I've seen a couple people. I haven't seen Kehlani yet. I gotta for sure see. I've seen Chris Brown. I forgot to say Chris Brown is one of my faves.
That's okay.
Wow. Oh my God.
That's okay.
So how would you describe like you going there? Like how would you describe like the atmosphere and like the experience stuff like that?
I mean, like I still have like a appreciation for like music in terms of like people who actually sing their own music live and people who have like a band behind them. So of course, like seeing Alicia Keys and seeing Beyonce was like, you know, their music matches up with like the music that they record. The other people, not so much, but you know, I wasn't really expecting much from them, so it was like, you know, but yeah, I feel like I was pretty satisfied with like the people that I have seen.
Okay, so when you think of classical music, like what comes to mind? How would you describe it?
Nothing. Okay. When I think of classical music, I just think of like, oh, my sister plays classical music, but I like.
She said nothing.
I've never listened to classical music by choice. I've never like. I mean, I do respect it as an art though. Like I don't throw no shade towards it or anything, but it's just not the type of art that I gravitate towards. But I do respect it for like being a foundation of music. Yeah.
I'm just mad that you said nothing. It's like classical music. Your brain said Arrow 404. Like, it was
like that's really true.
It's like blank.
Like if you ask me, like, oh yeah, like what's your favorite classical music song? I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
But like, classical music is everywhere though. Like you know more everything you think you do.
I know. No, like I know a lot of people sample classical music, and I know it's like the foundation for a lot of music, but. Like the raw, like classical music.
Raw.
I don't know.
Ain't no beat behind it.
Yes, there's no bass.
Ain't no bass.
No bass.
No, I'm talking about like, you know, like
we might have to play.
Bass,
we might have to play that for Kofi for her.
Yeah.
She don't believe us.
Like it's slap. Okay. So have you said like you don't think of nothing with whatever. Okay. Have you been to a classical music concert?
Yes.
That wasn't the ladies.
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you describe your sisters.
Right.
And now
she
it's
was like,
all of a sudden,
my mom told me to.
Really though, she was forcing me to go.
All of a sudden it was boring in front of your face.
No, you know what? Actually, I have been to a classical music concert because my mom, I went to Interlochen. And we had some classical music concerts every weekend that they made us go to.
So it's always been something.
And I used to be in a choir too, like South Bay Children's Choir. Shout out South Bay Children's Choir. We would sing like at classical music concerts as well. So yeah.
Okay, but you being okay. Let me clarify. Free will.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I should have said that. I'm gonna use that in the future. Yeah. Free will. Okay.
So that was like actually goes into our next question. I was gonna ask like, have you ever played an instrument or your voice also counts?
Yeah, I used to sing like my entire life.
Yeah, so I mean we were both in the
and I did some piano lessons, but that was short lived.
Piano.
I mean it was short lived for me too. Like, I'm a musician. Like
that junk is not it.
By trade.
No offense if you play piano, but like knock it off.
So, what has your relationship with classical music been like when you were singing? Like, was it just something that you did? Like, did you enjoy it when you were?
I enjoyed the singing. I mean, I enjoyed the final sound. Like, yeah, I really like to sing. So when I was singing with the classical music, even when I went to Interlochen, we would only do like classical like pieces, and they had to sing an opera and stuff. So
I'm impressed by that.
Yeah, so I did enjoy that. I enjoyed like more so the singing part of classical music, like when people than like the actual musicianship and stuff. But yeah,
so you was never like listening to the songs that you were playing.
No, I was more so listening to the vocals than the songs. But I really did like how the vocals meshed with the music. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play some little games, more fun for us than for you. But here we go. First one is, how many instruments in the orchestra can you name? I'm gonna give you like, okay, you know what? Let's go.
The bass, the violin, the viola.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm well versed. The
flute,
the clarinet, the tuba, the trumpet, the harp.
Okay.
The cello.
I'm waiting to get real impressed. This is a little inside.
What's that one you used to play? The oboe or the
close, but you know what oboe is.
Yeah, oboe's one.
Okay, I know the percussions.
You got most of them. You got all the strings.
I'm trying to think. All the what?
Did you get all the woodwinds except for one?
Except for one. 1.5.
Okay.
But I wouldn't expect her to get that one. Oboe's cousin.
Oboe's cousin. Yeah, I don't know that. I think I'm gonna just bow out now because I did better than y'all expected me to do.
Yeah, you did really good.
Really, really good. You missed some of the brass, French horn, the one that
okay,
go backwards.
My homegirl used to play that.
And you missed trombone.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't gonna.
And bassoon, that's what I used to play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you sit on, you gotta do.
Yeah.
Piano, duh.
Okay, piano and orchestra, period. How many composers can you name?
Mozart.
I thought you were going to say Mozart, Beethoven, Bach.
I forgot about Beethoven.
Not even Bach? Okay. Okay, one more. Okay. So I'm going to give you a word. And you're going to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay? Violin.
Nothing came to mind.
Composer.
Bach.
Mozart.
Bach.
Chant.
The rapper. You said the first thing that came to mind.
I did. Oboe.
Delaney.
Orchestra.
Delaney.
Gustavo Dudamel.
LA Phil.
Okay. Okay, so now we're at the part where we're gonna play some stuff for you.
Okay.
And we're gonna see how we do.
Okay. Ave Maria. I was just gonna say that has some classical in there.
That has some classical in it.
Okay. I put you on. Like, what are you talking about, girl?
Okay, so when you said one of your favorite artists was Beyonce, it made me think of like Ave Maria. Beyonce has a version of that. So when you hear it, like when you listen to it, do you think of classical music?
I mean, a little bit, but not like my brain doesn't like get immersed into classical music. It's just like, wow, like Beyonce's a very versatile artist. She can do classical, she can do hip, she can rap, she can do.
It makes you think that like Beyonce took classical music and made it better.
No, I don't even think that deep into it.
Okay.
It's just there. It's just like, okay, B, you slayed that classical song.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't be like, oh yeah, Beyonce. Yeah, classical music is trash.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, we all know it's the same like music as Ave Maria, but now that we've gone through that, and we know that like it's not like. You more separate like, oh, there's classical music over there, and then it's Beyonce herself doing it well. I'm gonna play some classical, like some picks that I have for you based off of your artists that you said that you like Drake. Okay. I'm more focused on Drake and what's his name? Eric Bellinger. Those are the two people that I listen to. Like, obviously, I know Drake, but I didn't know that Eric.
Did you listen to Party Next Door? Do you know Party Next Door is?
I know of him, but I've never heard of him.
Yeah, I know him too. But
y'all are trash.
Okay.
Wow. I need to put you guys on after this because.
Okay, so the first piece I'm gonna put for you is kind of vibey, which I took from some of like Drake's stuff. Like that's a little vibey. Yeah. It's called Feminine. It was written in 1974 by Julius Eastman.
Okay.
Julius Eastman is a black composer.
Okay.
So,
period. I'm already here for it. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna play it, and you can like, if you have any thoughts like while it's playing, like you can just.
Okay. Yeah, we got no concert, like just yell it out or.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking that this would sound really good, like at the spa.
I get spa vibes.
Like,
I can see that.
Like, this is like relaxing. Like, I could see Drake like putting a beat to this, and like, yeah, I could see that.
Especially since it's so repetitive, he could sample this.
Yeah, I could see him sampling this.
I'm gonna skip a little bit forward so you can hear like other parts, because that's part of Julius Eastman's style, is that he uses like really repetitive like pieces. And like you see how the music it like builds, like he adds more instruments, but the theme is still going. But I thought it was like kind of cool. Like it reminded me of that vibey, like you just chilling.
It was cool.
Does that give you Drake vibes?
I wouldn't say Drake vibes. I mean, it was cool. Would I ever like play it like Free Will? No, but
not Free Will.
I mean, it was cool. I wouldn't mind listening to that.
I mean, for me, it's like I could get Drake vibes from that, but because I feel like I'm biased, it's like I study classical music, so I'm like I could see how that might work, but at the same time, it's a little bright for Drake. If it wasn't like, as vibrant,
I see that.
I could hear like maybe Kehlani singing something more so with that, because she has more of like a little upbeat sound than.
Yeah, this is like kind of a hard task because like we're used to like. You go to music history, so we have to write essays on like how this, right. To study music. So we used to like digging in and seeing how this could fit in with this artist, and it's like sometimes it'd be kind of a stretch, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so I heard you like Party Next Door.
Yes.
So I heard of the name Party Next Door. I haven't really listened to him. Now, just to be clear, I know what the girls are doing. Okay, like I just haven't listened to Party Next Door. Okay. So I did some research on him. I know he's like a Canadian rapper. I also know that Drake kind of put him on. Like, I don't want to call him Drake's protege necessarily.
He surpassed Drake. Let me tell you a little about him.
Okay, put me on. Put me on.
Singer, rapper, songwriter, producer. He does it all.
He does, but he got his start with Drake.
Well, yeah, but now he writes for Drake.
Okay, so let me tell you, right? So Brahms kind of was Schumann's protege in the same way, a little bit. Mm-hmm. And when Brahms came on the scene, everybody was like, yo, this new kid's here. Like, he's the next big thing. Like, you got to hear about him. You got to come see about him. And he was like, oh, shoot, like, what y'all talking about? So, and then Brahms kind of, like, evolved into this big thing. You know, he has a whole bunch of vocal music, his 4 symphonies, blase. I'm not going to sit here and gas up Brahms because, you know, we beefing right now, but I give him props where props is due. So it kind of gave me that. So I'm like, let me see what Brahms got. Mm-hmm. Brahms wrote these ballads for piano. So it's a little weird because it's like, normally you think of a ballad, you think of like Glee, singing, whatever. It's not that kind of thing. It's like just a piano thing. He wrote them in his youth. He wrote them for a friend. And he was inspired a little bit by, was it Mahler? Was Mahler the one who wrote some? I'll tell you later. But he was inspired by another composer, and he kind of like wrote his own things. The cool thing about it is like, okay, so you know, you study music. Music is divided into keys. Like there's different keys. So he uses the key of D major. So it's D minor, D major, and then it's like B minor, B major. The cool thing about that is that D major and B minor got the same key signatures. So it's like he's saying in the same kind of realm. So it's all connected. It's like when you listen to an artist's like album, you want to hear like continuity. Mm-hmm. You know, we lose Chris Brown a little bit because he got like 54 tracks. And it don't really beat.
That's more recent, Chris Brown.
It don't really beat what's going on. Yeah. You know, but like when we listen to a rapper's new project, like the Baby, it's like continuous. It's like we see kind of Father 4 is another example. Lemonade is a great example of how like we see continuity. That's kind of like what we get in here.
Okay.
It's very beautiful. I listen to Party Next Door, and he has a song featuring Drake called "Come and See Me," and it's like it starts off like kind of slow. Drake comes in, it's a little bit more upbeat, and it goes away. Music does that a lot. I mean, all music kind of does that, but classical music like really does that. It starts somewhere, it ends in a similar place, and in the middle, it's like taking material. And I always tell my students like classical music is always going somewhere. Like we start here at your house, and we're gonna go around the block, and we go up the street, we come back, and depending on the composer, we'll see how far we go. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this ballad for you, and let me know what you think.
Okay.
Let's give it a chance. Okay, it's really good.
No, I already like it. Like I really like piano.
See, that's surprising because
so when I hear piano, like I'm automatically like, yeah, I like that.
So now we're somewhere different, but we're gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead. You know he go Drake. Drake just enter. You know he going
Drake just enter. I can see some Party Next Door, like because when I think of Party Next Door, I kind of think kind of like a little bit dark, and this is giving me dark vibes.
Yeah, the key might be it. Also like the way he structured stuff. And even like in this happy moment, it's still something in the background that's like
yeah,
it doesn't seem like it's
depressing.
Yeah.
Not depressing.
Okay,
so I listened to GOAT or GOAT.
GOAT,
yeah, GOAT by
Lavender.
Yeah,
Oh, she knows. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I listened to that, and one thing that I noticed with like more like rap artists and stuff, something that a lot of people said was missing from classical music is like it's very rhythmic. Like rap is very rhythmic because you have trap and it's like you have a beat that's going the whole time.
Yeah, and that's like my problem with classical music.
Meanwhile, if you know how hard it is,
I can't
to
dance
keep
to it.
a steady pulse.
Yeah, like I was trying to find like dance to that. I couldn't really like. My body was just like this.
But it's just right.
Realistically speaking,
that is realistic. Here we are.
Motion, like
you grind. Okay, anyway,
grinding is different.
Okay,
stray away from that.
So I was trying to find pieces that had like that were very rhythmic. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna play the first movement or some of the first movement of Rachmaninoff's symphonic dances.
Oh, you slabby.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play the beginning, then I'm gonna skip through to this other part where it's gonna be a little bit different, and then the theme is gonna come back.
Okay.
You can't say what the violas are setting up. The violas are right there for you with the rhythm. What more do you want?
Okay.
Come on.
Y'all are like the city girls of classical. all of this is really throwing me off. Like that was like the classical like music period for her. Like
yeah. Period. Like Rachmaninoff said period.
And that's it.
Like, and it goes quiet, and then he goes, and it's the basses too. Like amazing. Okay, and then I'm gonna skip forward, and you're gonna hear the theme come back. But this is another. It's like kind of what she was talking about, how the development comes and it gets like really different, and then comes back.
You know something about to happen. That little
the suspense.
Like it's getting fast, like just a little bit.
baby always come through.
Right.
They carried that whole line right there.
And it's gonna come back. The theme's gonna come back.
What you got going for you? Okay.
It was alright. I mean, it was upbeat. classical song. All of that extras you were putting on it, I wasn't feeling that.
You are feeling that, okay.
But I mean, my little toe was tapping. I caught my toe tapping.
my toe tapping. All right.
Like I said, I can appreciate the music for what it is. So it was cool. Yeah.
Dang.
I didn't get Eric Bellinger vibes though. No.
Okay. It's hard though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It is.
Okay, last one. So we're on. Are you in the Beehive?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did. I'm sorry. Okay, so talking about Beyonce. I don't tell you about Beyonce, but Beyonce is iconic, and one of the things, even though I'm not in the Beehive,
where are you?
I appreciate. You know how hard it is to stand somebody?
Okay,
to be
but
a stand.
you can be. Yeah, I'm not like super crazy in the Beehive, but I do consider myself a member.
Like, okay, when you found out Beyonce was pregnant, what did you say? Like,
congratulations! I was very happy.
See, you are in. You were. Oh, you said the congratulations to her.
Yeah.
Okay, so my cousin texted her friend and was like, "Congratulations," and she said, "Thank you."
So that's not Beehive. That's like Psycho.
No.
But I mean, I'm happy for her. I admire her, and yeah. But I'm not like super crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's
because even me, like, Cardi B's one of my favorite artists. I know she don't write her own music.
God.
I don't care.
Me neither. Like, who cares?
I don't care. I love everything about her.
But you know, I love Nicki too.
So anyway,
I love both of them. Like, I don't know why people think you can't love both of them.
I don't like Nicki because of Nicki.
No, okay. Nicki's personality is a little...
It's trash.
But her music, I'm going based off of her music.
We might as well like Wagner too, since we going over that. Like, no, Nicki Minaj is problematic.
Okay,
she's
no,
sour.
she is. She can rap. Like,
she can't rap.
And she's a great rapper.
I would never take that away from her.
Yeah, I mean, but Cardi, I love Cardi.
I freaking love her, but I'm not in the Barty gang. I don't have time for that.
Okay. I wouldn't consider myself in Barty gang either.
I don't have post notifications on. I'm not
I mean, I don't have
Beyonce's on.
I don't.
Oh, really?
I don't have the one.
But I'm still in the BR.
Okay, my bad, girl. So when I thought about iconic, I'm thinking of like, I really like the composer William Grant Still. He's a black composer. And also, he's a man of first. They call him like the dean of classical music of black composers because like he was the first man to have first black composer to have his work programmed by a major symphony orchestra in the United States. Okay. And he infuses a lot of his experience into his music, just like Beyonce. We see that in Lemonade. We see that when she dragged Jay-Z. Like everything. I mean, a lot of artists do that, so that's not fair. But we really see it like for real. Like this is how it is. Like this is how she incorporates music, and William Grant Still is notorious for that. He uses a lot of Negro spirituals.
See, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I really do want to see like, and I feel kind of like on the fence about this because I feel like as black people, like we expect other black people, like in say the classical music field, to kind of like represent for us, and I don't feel like we should put that like on them. We should just let them, experience the field how they want to. But at the same in the same token, like I do enjoy seeing like classical composers who are black incorporate their blackness into their music. So.
And like one of my favorites who I didn't pay the Godolphin Sales, I will always plug his name. Like he does a lot of that. It's not as apparent. Like William Grant Still is like wade in the water. Like that's like it's like in your face.
Yeah.
And like Adolphus Sales will like do like elements of blackness. So I'm gonna play for you the piece that I was talking about, his Symphony No. 1 that was premiered. Was it RPO? Maybe I'm not gonna get to line. But I made a playlist for this. This is so ratchet. Okay, here I go. His is Symphony No. 1. He does what Gershwin tried to do.
what I can already like sense about this music compared to like everything else that I've heard is like the instruments that he's like highlighting to me are more like, I'm not gonna say black instruments, but like I do hear like okay, you know, like if you're watching like an old like movie about like, you know, the plight of the blacks or something, like this sounds like a song that would be playing in the background.
I can see that.
Like just I don't know what instrument that is, but like whatever I'm hearing, I feel like it's very signature to like a certain era. So yeah.
I mean, you hear flutes. You're also hearing trumpets with a mute. So like they're changing the sound.
That's what.
Yeah, and they do that a lot like with jazz and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm getting jazz and blues vibes from this, but I still hear the classical music, like the classical in there as well.
And what's cool about this, like he calls the movement like longing, but it's also like moderato aside. So it's like he's taking like something typical that you would hear in classical music, like moderato, like moderately, but also it's like it's called longing, girl. But if you want, if you want to call it moderato aside, you can call that too. But this is what it is. So not necessarily like this sounds like Beyonce, because I probably, if I was trying to, maybe I should have did it differently, but if I wanted it to sound like Beyonce, I might have picked someone different, but like the idea, like this is my experience incorporating into.
Yeah, well, I definitely heard that what you were trying to accomplish, I heard that in that.
Wow. Okay, let's wrap it up then. We got questions for the end. So
okay, so how likely are you to listen to these things again?
Like a scale of 1 to 10.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel really good about that because we started from nothing.
Right. we started from what comes to mind.
Nothing. At all.
Right.
0.
Okay. How likely are you to explore classical music on your own?
On my own?
1 to 10.
I would say a 3. But I'm not opposed to like going to like maybe a classical music concert out of like free will. Yeah.
Okay. One thing I will say, a lot of times, like, okay, so I'm archaic. I still use Pandora as my streaming service. I've never used Spotify. I don't know. Like, I still use Pandora.
Do you need the title password? Like,
okay.
I'm so confused.
So, but a lot of the thing is, Pandora has put me onto a lot of music just by
you know what? I listen to Pandora when I'm in the gym because I need that
So what you could do is put on like get a Beethoven Pandora station or William Grant Still Pandora station, and it might be able to pick stuff more accurate because they have an algorithm for that. Yeah. You know, we're just doing this based off of what we know, and we did some research to try to draw connections. Okay. But like that's a lot of the classical music pieces that I have not played, I might know from something like that. So if you are like open to exploring on your own, part of that could be just letting it play in the background, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, your foot tapping, then next thing you know, your booty shaking, and next thing you know, you up out your seat. Okay. Okay. So can you rank the pieces that you just heard? Like, which was your favorite?
For sure, what she just played was my favorite, and then my second favorite was the piano piece that you had played.
Bronze.
And then my third favorite was the one that you were wilding out to.
Okay.
And then, what was the fourth one that I heard?
The vibey one with the.
Oh yeah, that was my least favorite.
Really?
Oh, hey.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, but we got black composers on the front and back end.
Yeah, it's all. That's all we need. So, moment of truth. Did we put you on?
Yeah, I feel like you guys did like open up my horizons a little bit more to like what I'm willing to listen to, and I mean you guys opened up my eyes a little bit. So
and the thing is about classical music, like we're talking about a genre that spans from when were they doing Gregorian chants, like
1200,
1100. So like these 4 pieces, like there is so much more out there than what we picked. So like I'm telling you, put that thing on shuffle.
And there's some stuff you will be like, there's some stuff that's catch your eye. You'll be like, that's really really nice. And I'm the first to say like I don't listen to classical music like that. Like I I listen to my things like rap, hip hop, gospel, and then I could like throw a piece that I'm working on. That's just how I am. Cause I'm like, it's always in my ear. I'm always practicing like I kind of want like a palate cleanser all the time. So like, but sometimes like when I was preparing for this, I was like, y'all low-key miss listening to it. I let stuff like roll and like, so I really wouldn't, I'm biased, but like it's lit. Like you might find a little gem. You might be like, okay,
right. All right. Well, thanks for talking to us, then.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us or whatever.
Right. If you want to plug anything or like your Instagram, we can put it on the screen.
Kersey Candles. Get you some candles. We got candles. We got bath salts.
Oh, period. She got businesses. Okay.
We have bath bombs. At KerseyCandles.com. Order today. You can customize your candles. Christmas is coming up.
Yep.
Right. I got
there you
one.
Go. Oh, and follow me on Instagram at Dansara. And follow my son. Follow my son at Cannon Mac.
Yeah. He's adorable.
Okay, y'all. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.